I think I like told the casting directors of Drag Race I was trans before anyone else in my life. Like I was like, I'm trans, bitch. Like da-da-da-da-da. And my friends were like crazy.
On the tape you came out for the first, like you said, I'm trans on the tape.
I think so.
Mik, that's fucking buck wild. Just say you transitioned to be on Drag Race. Like, just fucking say that.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
I had a makeup agent at the time that asked me that seriously.
Just fucking say
I had
it.
a makeup.
Like, oh
my makeup agent at the time literally was like, "Did you transition to get on the show?" And I was like, "That is so fucking rude to say." But yes. No, I'm totally joking.
Oh my God.
You guys, I'm
so
completely
funny.
joking.
No, you're trans. I believe it.
Wow, thank you so much.
You got my stamp.
No Gorge.
Hello, everyone. It is your girl, Violet Chachki.
And it's me, Gottmik.
And you are watching this week's episode of No Gorge. I feel like LA has the best cuisine I've ever experienced. Like, people
It's just
ask
so
us,
broad.
you can get anything you want here.
At any time of day.
And we also were joking the other day. We were like, I don't know if LA is for me. Like, I think I might want to move to another city. Like, blah, blah, blah. We go to another city. We're like, I could never not live in LA.
The convenience of LA is just like so good.
No, like the Ubers, the cars, the 24-hourness of it all, the like getting around, the clubs, the things that like, it's just like going somewhere and everything being closed.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Is great. And it's like major cities.
No, yeah.
It's like just a different beast. And we are in the time of our life where we need things to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Anyways, I think LA has some of the best cuisine. Mellow Mushroom is amazing. We were there the other day and we were having Moscow Mules, which I would say is like the drink of No Gorge.
It's just like the most consistent drink. Like if you fuck up a Moscow Mule, it's a red flag for your establishment.
Well, I also think that in my brain, ginger beer is healthy for you.
That's what I was saying. I mean, I agree.
Like ginger is like good for your gut. It's good for your throat. Like it's a natural antibiotic, dare I say. Don't know if that's true or not.
It's not true.
That's a No Gorge fact.
Yeah.
So in my brain, a Moscow Mule is just like, if I have a little throat issue,
yeah, right.
it's gonna like help it out. It's basically like NyQuil
That's so great.
in my brain. Have you ever like robotripped before?
Robo-tripped?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's when you like drink NyQuil, like for fun.
No.
Really? I feel like you're that kind of person.
I so would do that, but why would you do that?
I don't know. I've never done it.
I just fall asleep on NyQuil. How do you stay up?
It's like Robitussin. Like you drink Robitussin. That's what you like can't buy unless you're 18.
Is that like lean?
I don't know. I think you do like trip. I've never done it. I think it's like doing whippets.
Sounds great.
I've never done whippet either.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Isn't that just like breathing in a balloon?
I guess I guess poppers are like whippets.
Oh yeah, I literally one time went to a party where they were like selling balloons.
Oh my God,
You're
that one
with
downtown.
me. Yes.
No, I wasn't with you, but I've been to this party. It's like a techno-y, like younger people thing.
Yes.
Yes. And there's a helium tank station.
Yes.
Yes, bitch.
And everyone's walking around with balloons, just
Huffing
like
balloons.
them. And I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I've definitely huffed a balloon before to do the voice. Is that the same thing? Do you get high from doing that?
No, not
just
helium.
so
it must be something
so you're
else.
telling me that,
but then also the balloons that they were doing, they weren't like flying away. I think there's something else in it or something.
like a whippet.
No, I was actually saying, I was like, I need to be an anesthesiologist so I can get better sleep. and
Having to be put under to go to sleep is crazy.
And my friend replied, like texted it to him, and he was like, not going to 8 years of medical school so you can get a good night's rest.
8 years of medical school?
It might even be longer. Anesthesiologist, like, girl, have you seen that like coffin that like you can like kill yourself with now? In like Sweden or something?
No, I think I might have heard of like a euthanasia situation.
Yeah. It's
like
like
a
legal.
self-induced
Yeah.
euthanasia.
Yes. And I was like, if there was that, but for anesthesia, honey.
You're telling me you want to get in a chamber and press a button and like you get
put out. Yeah.
And then how do you come back? Is there a timer? You like set a timer that the machine like Girl, that is some fucking post-apocalyptic New
apparently-
World Order
Have
shit.
you had any surgeries?
Have I had any surgeries?
Okay, you're so rude. Have you had any surgeries?
No, I just did my fucking hairline and
So
I was
you've never gotten
awake.
put out. That's why you don't
I
get
think
it.
I've gotten like laughing gas for like dental work. Is that the same? Not the same.
No. Getting put out, nothing like it.
Chef's kiss?
You literally wake up and you're like, am I reborn? Like, it's
Really?
the best feeling in the world. And like the 10 seconds, they like have you count backwards, like, you know?
How many
And,
seconds do you last?
And first of all, I've had a bunch of surgeries, and like there was this one specific one I remember where they like strapped me like a cross.
No. Is this a music video?
was like
Marry the Night?
Morning, morphine princess. How are you feeling?
And they like taped on my arms, and like those like 30 seconds of like the twilight, I am a stand-up comedian. I am like, the room is laughing, and then
The nurse is like, count back, and you're like,
and I'm like,
and then the airplane food.
yeah, and another thing, and like going off. And one time,
See,
I had
everyone else gets that version of you. I don't get to see that.
'Cause
I
you're
have to go fucking anesthesiologist to get a joke in around here.
yes, and they give you a Valium before you even go to the anesthesia. So it's like, what more could you want? Like,
A Moscow Mule? Do you have like a
Literally, like-
Moscow Mule IV?
like, are you gonna massage me too? Like, it's the best thing in the world. And then you wake up with like a surge. Like, what could be better? Well, we actually did ask Patreon angels what we should talk about, so we should look at it.
Somebody says, I think you guys should discuss real life experience with your seasoned sisters and potential of life if you weren't on your season of Drag Race. I know what you'd be doing.
What?
Makeup. You'd
Glass
be
blowing.
You would be in Hollywood doing makeup, working at Smoochie, clawing your way. Maybe you'd be a YouTuber.
No, I'd be a full-on MUA. Like, I just
Like, who would you be like your dream? Like, if you were like, that's so-and-so's makeup artist. Like, who's like the
mean,
celeb client?
I like always just liked people who were so down to like let me do whatever I wanted.
Like
which,
Heidi Klum.
Heidi would like literally let me do anything.
Which,
like,
by the way, if you haven't watched our Heidi Klum episode,
and she
you
was
need
just
to do
like
that.
the best energy all day. So it was like people like that. I had like so much fun working with Ariana Grande. I think I'd probably love to be her makeup artist.
Yeah, Anthony's got that on
But like
lockdown,
Ash
though.
K. Holm, and like Ash K. Holm, she has like a couple.
Who's that?
Her other.
Oh,
makeup
the other
artists.
makeup artist. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
got it.
She has like a few, but
I was
yeah.
like, is that a celebrity?
But Ariana's like very like a fun person, like to be around. So I would like love anyone that's like fun like that.
Right. I mean, Heidi just has like the most gorgeous energy ever.
I also would love to be like someone's like a Naomi Campbell's.
That would be
makeup artist.
terrifying.
No, where she like goes to shows and she's like, yes, I'll close your show, but only if Gottmik's my makeup
Right,
artist.
like, fly him out.
And I'm like, yeah, sorry.
But I feel like when you're a celebrity's makeup artist, like their go-to, you're more than just a makeup artist or a hairdresser. You're like their confidants. Like you're like
Yeah.
they're like bed maidens. Like you're
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, like you're my inner circle. Like you get to hear all the hot goss, and you
Yeah.
have like there's like a level of trust there.
I mean,
Like I feel like
you're always with them.
in order to be a celebrity's like go-to glam person, you don't even necessarily have to be good at makeup or hair. You just have to like be. It's true.
Good place to start though.
It's a good place to start, but I've seen it. I'm like, they're not even really that good. I think they just get along. I think they're
Yeah.
just like friends.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
like,
no,
that's
I,
like, I would say 75% of it is that they have to like fuck with you.
yeah, no, I've had some friends whose makeup artists, they like that, like they'll like finish the job for them. They'll be like, okay, thanks, and they'll like, go and like set their stuff and do their mascara and like do the finishing touches themselves.
Right. Well, doing mascara, doing someone do your mascara and putting on your lap, like, girl.
Oh my god, let me tell you, some of the models I used to work with, I'm like, how are you a model? Like, I was literally like, I'd go in their eye and they'd be like, and I'd be like, Gorge, don't you do this every day? Like, are you
No,
okay?
they don't. These models do not fuck with glamour. They're literally coat racks.
Like, if I was a model, I'd be like practicing stabbing my eye or something. I'd be
No.
like, what is going on?
Remember there was like one runway clip of someone, I mean, there's always a runway clip of someone who cannot walk in heels, to the point where it's like, there was one recently though that I was like gagged by.
Right.
And I'm like, isn't the whole job being able to walk? Like, isn't the only job you have really, I mean, at least for runway, And look, if there are models out there, I get it. You have a hard job. It's long days. La 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 la. Like it's a job. We know. But part of that job is being able to walk.
I mean, it's a huge part of it, for sure.
Remember when we were leaving the Moschino show and I was like, you have to carry me. I can't walk.
Oh, yeah, bitch. We're sitting here like,
That's
all you have
true.
to do is walk. I had to carry you out of the Moschino
No,
show.
I was literally like, Mik, please. I was literally like walking out like this.
holding her.
But it's because we were going like, show, heels, different heels. And I was wearing the craziest heels
Yeah,
ever.
and imagine pumping it like 8 shows a day.
Well,
like,
I did it. I did it still. And I had to lean on you, but I got there. I did not take my shoes off on the runway, on the sidewalk.
you know,
No, one time I was at the Bloomerang show and I was seeing it live.
I was there with you.
Oh, yes. That was the crazy, seeing someone live and her feet were like this.
Her feet were like,
Or like, she was walking like this.
she
No,
like gave
she did.
out.
She was literally like,
She like gave out, Gorge. Like her feet,
she was walking like this down the runway.
like her body gave out. All right.
I gotta get a boyfriend, honey.
Well, not like that.
That doesn't get me a man, I'd give up. So you would be a makeup artist, you think? I know
For
you would.
sure,
And
for
you would
sure.
be clawing your way to the top. You'd probably do some collab. You probably would just be like trying to find a celeb and be on sets and be doing it.
Yes, that's what I was doing, and that's what I probably would. Well, I mean, I also like wanted to be a shoe designer too, so I was like, maybe.
I love that you have a full fashion degree and don't ever use it. Graduated, student debt, all of it. Never. You're like makeup artist. You see, you're what happens when people force you to go to college.
No, I wanted to be the designer. Like I was like, I want to learn to sew. I want to design. I want to do all the stuff. I need to go to FITM. I need to live in LA. Like I need it. Like to me, I was like, yes. And then
I'm so glad I did not know you back then. But I also am weird about when we did intersect.
What do you mean?
We were talking about the other day, like when like we were looking at a picture of you actually from this red carpet. We were looking at an iconic photo that we will be including on
No.
Patreon exclusively.
No.
Yes, we will be uploading this photo. It's fucked. in the
We're
head.
not uploading this photo.
We were looking at Mik on this red carpet from like before Mik was on Drag Race. And first of all, did you have breasts at this point?
Yes.
Full tits and a top hat. Like a red carpet of like porn awards. A porn awards red carpet. Like, and I'm like, how do you go from this to like gorgeous artist? Like the jump is just insane.
At the time, first of all, I don't know why I was wearing a top hat because I've never worn a top hat before.
And like, it wasn't
And,
even a
like,
nice top hat. It was like a Party
I
City
have
looking
no
one.
idea what came over me with that one. And
full clown makeup. Like
Yeah.
a Pierrot.
but that
Like
makeup,
little triangles above and underneath and a top hat and like a bow.
it was like of the time. Like I remember posting that photo and
Of what time? Of the times? Like, you're like, oh, it was relevant.
it was like at the time, like makeup was just like the crazier, the more shit I had glued on my face, like the more people loved it.
And then you're posing like the fingers are like this. You're like
And I remember, being
at the porn
And
like
we went to-
AVN awards.
We were at Willem's studio, like hanging out before, and I remember being like, "Willem, I have to wear this backpack. Like, why did I need to wear?"
So you're
a backpack?
on a red, and it's like a little Chanel like.
No, it was like
chain.
I think it was like a Louboutin backpack, and for some reason I was like, "This,
This completes the
yeah,
look.
like I cannot go without this backpack." Like,
And were you also wearing pants?
I can't tell.
It's like a black full length pants jumpsuit.
maybe it was a
with-
jumpsuit because I don't think it would be.
But
pants.
why were you at what store and you were like
I don't know. That's
the
what-
the black flare pant jumpsuit with the top hat?
I don't know. And also
Porn awards, let's
the
go.
sleeves were weird. Like.
No, and the way you are posing is just it's chef's kiss.
I hate you.
And so I'm thinking even before, and that's like sort of around the time that we met, and I don't really remember you. There's like fuzzy memories, like very faint. Like I was dating, I'm not dating, I was fucking this guy who was like your friend at one point. I was like, I don't know, I'm not gonna call that dating. I don't know.
No!
What was that?
You being a weird girl. Like, bitch, this girl Here was like, we were at the bar, like a really small bar, and she was getting like twirled around with like a rose.
There was someone selling roses. And I was like, I need a rose to like, and I think I made him buy me a rose.
It was something odd.
And then you're like one of your best friends. You guys were like best friends at this time.
Yes.
And like I, for some reason, was captivated by this person. I don't know. Honestly, if you give me like
we were a captivating crew. What can I say?
Oh, no, you were not. Because you were there, but you're like a fuzzy, blurry memory.
At least I'm there.
You were there. I auditioned for season 6. I didn't get on. And I was like, at the time in my life, I was like, drag is...
Season 6 was a good one.
Imagine me and Bianca. I would go home early.
True.
Me, Gia. Imagine me with Gia Gunn, Bianca Del Rio, Laganja.
What would you...
Courtney Act, Adore. Like, there's no...
Comedy queens. Dancing queens.
I would have gone home.
Where would you fit?
I would have gone home. Like, I would not... It was not meant for me.
That is so weird to think about how, like, what's going on in the world, like, has to do with it. Like, who your cast with has to do with it. It's, like, so weird. How
Well, do you think...
certain puzzle pieces were different?
Do you think the casting directors sort of... They have to. I mean, it's a stupid question. They have to have an idea of who the front runners are and who they kind of see as the winner of the season before it starts.
No, girl.
That's their job as a casting director.
They are literally casting, and they're like, okay, literally perfect. Alyssa and Coco, one of these bitches is going to reign supreme. We're gonna make it so dramatic. Send the other one home.
That was when it was so good.
And then they're like, Sugar and Spice. They're lip syncing against each other. Like, da da da. Like they're like, like.
Well, I feel like that's been
and then like
so
all the interview process and like psych things you go through. I'm like, you're like, oh, this one's mentally ill in the same way that this one is. They're gonna fight. Like it's just like you.
Do you think they are sitting in a room having those discussions for real?
Of course.
100%.
If they weren't, they'd be stupid. Like,
yeah, if they're not having those, then they're not doing their job.
Of course they are. That's like the whole point.
The psych stuff. Once you get to the psych evaluation, you're like, all right, bitch, let's fucking go. Anyways, season 7 audition process was coming around. I had just stolen Sharon Needles' crown. I've told this story so many times.
Yeah.
I've just like stole Sharon's crown, and I was like working on my audition tape anyways. And then one of the casting producers, Galoka,
love her,
messaged me on love you so much. Messaged me on Instagram or on Facebook, LOL, Facebook, and was like, hey. Like, shit had just hit the fan with the Sharon Needles thing. Like, all the articles had came out, and my picture was everywhere, and it was like, shit was hitting the fan. There was that, like, whole Rue Dunnett thing online about who stole her crown. Like, shit was hitting the fan. And so my name was, like, coming up. People were, like, pissed. Like, I remember her drag daughter, like, just, like, everyone was mad that I was the girl who stole her crown. So I was getting, like, press, and I was like...
Controversy, like, loves you.
Oh, I'm a controversial diva. The casting director, Galoka, is gagging on the press, I think, that I'm getting from the Sharon Needles thing. I'm gagging, and I'm already making my tape. And I remember thinking, like, okay, you're going to make this season 7 audition tape, and you're going to fucking put your entire punani in it, and, like, give it to them. Like, versatility, acting, like, go for it. Like, just, like, give it everything you've got, or you are moving to New York and going back to fashion school. And, like, that was my, like... You're either doing this and getting on this show and doing drag as your full-time career, or you're stopping drag and you're moving to New York and you're going to go, I was going to go to, I think, Pratt or FIT or whatever. And I got on and I was like, all right, I got on. I'm fucking winning this shit. That whole experience was the most anxiety-ridden thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Right.
I was like terrified of going home. To the point where I had reveals. I had everything. Every week I knew the song. I was ready to go. I was ready to battle. I was ready to lip sync. And I never had to.
I was just having the best time. I never had to do lip sync either. I don't even remember the stages I got in the other two. The first one, definitely hell no. But I don't remember the second one. But the third one, I remember I was doing...
You auditioned 4 times?
3.
And the third time you got on.
Mm-hmm. And the third one, I was doing some drag queen's makeup in the basement of World of Wonder. Oof. I forgot who it was.
Could be anyone. Willem?
No.
Okay. Right. Well, this was a long time ago.
I forgot who it was.
Well, no, it wasn't. This was like 4 years ago.
Yeah. So it was like, I don't know who I was doing someone's makeup, and then Theron, one of like the producers, walked in and was like, you auditioned for Drag Race, right? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, your Snatch Game was so good. And I was so scared of Snatch Game. Like, I was like, I cannot do this. And it made me, like,
Did you do Amanda Lepore?
I did Amanda Lepore. Well, I've done 3 tapes. I've done a million people. I did Karen Walker.
I love.
Back before I had a high-ass voice, bitch. My voice was so high, so I was, like, giving it. Didn't get on though, so maybe I wasn't. But yeah, the Paris one like got them good.
She's a businesswoman, socialite, and DJ. Please welcome Paris Hilton.
Hey, Rue, how's it going?
Just let me know when the cameras are rolling and we'll kill it.
Well, we've started. The cameras are rolling.
That's so embarrassing. Sorry. I'm so happy to be here.
My goodness, your voice changed just then when you found out that we were on camera.
You're so obsessed with me, it's everything.
I kind of am
You're
obsessed
so-
with you.
Oh my God, you're so hot.
And they're like, it was just so funny, like da-da-da. And I was like, what the hell? And I was so confused. And then I remember going on Drag Race 2 and I was like, I can't do Snatch Game. And now Snatch Game's all I like love to do.
That's what you're known for.
I like love Snatch Game.
I'm not a Snatch Game person. I was not ready for that.
I
I was
don't-
just raw dogging it. Like,
we know. We saw.
You almost got me there, bitch.
I'm like lucky. Like, like I got so lucky. Like, you guys, there's no way. Like, that is not meant for me. Like,
I didn't think it
thank
was
you
either.
for the fucking, like, I was like, just gotta make it through this. Like, just gotta do it. Just figure it out. Just try to be funny. Like,
I think I'm like good at it because I can like read people really well because of like
because you're sick.
Yeah, I'm like good at like finding little things about
Yeah,
people
you
and then
find
reading them.
The one thing
So like
that they're
girl,
probably
the reading challenge, love, and then Snatch Game's the same thing. I'm like, so what about Paris Hilton is like that I can take and twist so hard to make it a joke.
I was on a flight back from Ibiza yesterday.
like the bones
yeah,
and
like-
break the back.
Yeah, like I'm just like, oh yes, like here we go. And
That is a good like tip.
it's like the same thing, like reading someone. Like you're like, I'm like, what?
What is it? What are you gonna read me
You
for?
would wear a giant prosthetic nose. And I'd be
be
bald.
there.
And I'd be bald.
We should do that. We should do like an
Snatch
episode
game
of
each other?
I could impersonate you so good.
Oh my god, I'll impersonate you. So
In the
good.
white face. Oh my god. I need a table to jump on. I would actually, that'd be an amazing episode. That might be like an anniversary episode where we go like film it on like a stage and like do it digitally and like film the drag numbers and
down.
post it.
I need like backstage camera footage of like how you act. Like I want to be like,
What?
Yes.
What do you mean?
I would just.
What?
go
How do
off.
I act backstage? What do you mean?
You're just funny. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I have to.
No, I need to know. What are you talking? Like I prepare to go on stage, or what are you?
Yeah. Just all.
What
of
am
it.
I doing?
Oh, like everything's just so painful and tired and like, and then all of a sudden she'll go on and to be like,
Yeah, it's called showbiz, bitch. I can do you backstage. You're like, oh,
oh my god.
oh. What the fuck? This is the wrong fucking song. Let's do shots, bitch.
Okay,
Who
well-
wants to do a fucking shot? And just like throwing them back. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, stretching, like doing a little warm up. Like, shots, bitch. You gotta fucking drink with me. Yeah.
Oh my god, I do not. Sound
Yes, like a demon.
Like that. Okay.
I feel like I'm entering a twunk era, personally.
Yeah. I don't really know what differentiates that hard. I just feel like in my brain, if you're not like a little,
Skinny,
Skinny, like-
anorexic looking.
you're probably a twunk.
So you think I'm fat?
No, no. You just
Wow, this
you
has been a really insightful episode.
Listen, you have muscle tone. You're like bigger. You're not little. Like
Wow.
you're literally like 6'1".
I'm 6'2".
No. One time we measured and it said 5'11".
No, it didn't.
Yeah.
You're a fucking liar. Get the measuring tape right now.
You're 6'1" thanks to Demna.
No. Babe, I'm a tall bitch. You just said now I'm not tall all of a sudden?
Yeah, now you're a twink. I decided. No, you're plenty tall.
I'm the perfect size. Shut the fuck up.
You are a great size.
A great size?
Great.
Oh my god. You're fucked up. Well, I'm also planning to get very, very, very fit for the Crazy Horse.
I don't know.
But I also don't want to be manlier. It's like a fine line.
Like, we literally schedule our drag around our facial hair.
We were actually going to be in drag today to film No Gorge.
But it's Leather Pride.
Leather Pride weekend. We were like, we gotta have facial hair.
We have
to have facial hair.
Me on the dance floor shaved.
And like residual makeup and like pimples from the shave and like brazier burn and like,
when I'm fresh out of drag, I'm like hooking up with a guy or something. I look at my little like Barbie like leg. I'm like, okay, might as well just like put on a wig. Yeah, like, okay, yeah. It's crazy.
No, I can't. Like the other night we did Madonna. We went to Madonna. I got on stage and did the tens segment, tens across the board. I'm wearing my Madonna shirt. Madonna, I realize, is such a Leo because you and her are basically the same. Like even the like Gregorian chants and the incense burning and the types of numbers. And I realized that you have to suck her dick a little bit to get her, like she's like the lion vibe, just like how with you, like you're like, you don't like new people. You do not like people coming into the circle at all, into the lion's den. They have to like suck you off a little bit first.
Yeah, I'm just weary of, I'm just like, have been burned so many times. I'm not about to like give my energy up. I actually saw people, we've talked about this in the past, and I saw people like comment being like, well, how does that make your fans feel that you don't like new people? And I was like, it's not you guys. Like, I love, like, you love me.
Oh, that's
like,
weird.
I love you. I love you right back.
If you suck Mick's
Like,
dick, it's like,
no, it's
love
like,
you. You
like
can do
random,
no wrong.
spooky LA weirdos that are like trying to like get up in the, and I'm like,
but that was you once upon a time.
never said it wasn't. There's probably a Leah out there that hated me too.
Probably, definitely.
Yeah.
100%. But I learned that about Madonna. Even watching her show, it's like, it just makes sense. It just makes so much sense. But
Us Leos, yeah. I mean,
loved the show. So amazing. I think Justify My Love was like my favorite part of the show.
Yeah, I think so too.
It was like Busby Berkeley, like aerial shot, and she's like spotlight, stunning artistry.
Yeah, that was sickening.
And then Hung Up, of course. One of my favorite songs, I think. La Isla Bonita.
That was probably one of my favorite parts because like we listen to that
I play that song everywhere.
Violet and I have probably played La Isla Bonita in like every country in the world. Like
if I'm ever on a boat, if I'm ever on an island, if I'm ever in a Spanish-speaking country,
and when
if
like
I'm ever anytime, it's appropriate for any time.
At parties, if we can't find Violet, I'll just go up to whoever's in control of the music. I'm like, play La Isla Bonita, and Violet will come here, and it always works. Like it'll play, and like Violet will be like. Like how to do the dance floor.
The island
like,
breeze,
she is.
all of nature wild and free.
It's like this
Violet's is where
calling.
I long to be. Love that fucking song.
Yeah, it's
So
like your
good.
calling song. I'm like, I'll just play this and she'll come.
No, it was great. The show was great, amazing production. She looked great. No notes. All right, well, that was definitely interesting. I love how we took one suggestion from Patreon and just ran with it.
That's what we do best.
They have so many more suggestions also on these comments. It's insane.
Well, I love it.
They want so much
good
over on the Patreon. So I think we should keep pulling ideas from them. I think they got some good ideas over there. And thank you guys for watching, and we will see you next time on another episode of No Gorge. Bye.
No Gorge.